You should be live.
Oh.
Not even a heads up, nothing.
No. We're doing it live.
Hmm?
It's the joke.
What if I was like in the middle of like picking my nose or something?
I don't know. Why is your camera on in the first place when you're picking your nose?
Oh wait, we definitely are live. You're lying on me.
We're not live?
We are live.
We are live.
Oh.
If you're in here, like the video.
Do it.
About time. Hi, Reset.
About time.
My hero. Sorry, Reese, just say you hate me, dude. Just say it. I'm so sorry. No. We are live.
Oh shoot. That was my chair.
46 of the hashtag Bento Boxcast, hashtag anime, hashtag podcast. What are these animes? The Unwanted Undead Adventure.
Going to share the video. Copy link.
Haikyu. Haikyu. What else? Black Summon. Was the High School Summoner? Did I spell it right? Yup. Yup. Hector has a million number of hands. Thanks, Reese. The hashtag top 10 anime of the week. First of all, that right, I did. Okay. There, add the little squid at the end, per usual. Bada boom bap. Wait a minute, your Twitter anniversary, celebrate your special tweet created for. Oh, wow, you joined 2 years ago today. Wow, it's our 2-year anniversary on Twitter as the Bento Boxcast. That's crazy.
Oh, cute.
You'll love to see it. Okay.
We are live. Sorry, I'm just putting it on Instagram. Link. Yes. Paste.
Oh man. G. Willikers, Batman. I'm ready to go.
Yes. Share. Boom. Posted. Cool. Hey.
Poggers. Pog you. Whoa. muted this to my.
We do that.
Oh, I did that.
Oh, let's see what Paul said. Have an episode where we want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
I'd be down.
We bring on Paul to talk about it.
Yeah, we would probably have to watch the new Yu-Gi-Oh anime too. Though,
we'll bring in
do something relevant.
The expertise of Paul.
Yeah, because I don't know a goddamn thing about the anime after Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
You're further than me. I stopped.
I don't even know GX. I know Yu-Gi-Oh, like the first one.
Yeah, GX is the last thing I watched, and then that's it. And you know more?
I'm trying to remember what was the last thing I saw. I know they had like the arm thing where they put the cards on them, and then they were fighting in the city.
The dual disc.
Mm-hmm. And then they were sending people to the Shadow Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh GX, people died.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Blinding. But yeah. Well, dude, my camera's like super blue.
Yeah, I knocked over my camera last night, so it's like all weird now.
Damn.
I have to find the angle again.
Yeah, because you're
like
showing a lot.
On one side.
Yeah.
Like a fish lens.
Yeah, that's the camera's like that. I don't know why it does that. I don't know how to change that.
You probably have to download the software setting, the software app for the thingy. Like if it's Logitech, then you got to go to the Logitech app.
I actually never thought about that. I'm gonna have to do that after this. When we run more Smite, whenever you want. We had a blast yesterday when Paul
literally tonight.
And me. Risa was hitting. She was hitting them stuns.
Was it? Oh yeah. On ESET.
Yeah, it was some really good stuff.
All right, well, ladies and gents, I think that's it. I think we're good to go. We've been live for long enough. So Rafa, if you would please, I think the thing is still muted. So, or it says, yeah, baby. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
All right, just come in whenever you feel like.
Are you gonna show the Bento logo?
Yeah, hello.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of the Bento Boxcast. Oh my goodness, we are at episode 46. It is a monumentous day, an occasion that doesn't come around very often. But the reason why today is kind of special, guys, is because I was looking at the numbers, Renee and Rafa, at the last episode of the pod, and first and foremost, there are 5 new subscribers to the channel. Welcome to the 5 new subscribers. We went up. That is a big number to go up after one episode. We appreciate that very, very much. And to even piggyback off of that, we had 80 plus views in the last pod. That is the most we've had in a very long time. Welcome, guys. If you're brand new listeners, we hope that you stay as continued listeners for the rest of the pods to come. And we appreciate it. If you're here for the Spy X family reactions, here for the Shikamori-san reactions, they're going to be here, trust. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. But we're very happy to have you guys. Also, shout out to the Instagram as well. The clip that we put out was popping, big popping. So thank you guys so much for just supporting and showing love to the channel and to the rest of us. So speaking of the rest of us, Renee, Rafa, we always ask this at the beginning of the pod, but how was your last week in anime? Talk to me. What was going on?
It's pretty good. I'm really liking this season a lot. There's a lot of good stuff going on right now. Not just with the Spy X family, not just with what's her name, Shikamori. It's not cute or whatever. It's a lot of good stuff going on. The one that's caught me by surprise the most, it's the ballet one. I'm really enjoying what they're doing. It's it has similar vibes with Blue Period, where the guy's like, he's kind of like transitioned into ballet, but it's not as simple as like in Blue Period, because Blue Period, they were just like, hey man, do art, that's cool. Like there was no real like pushback from that. This kid, when he was young, he got made fun of because he liked ballet. So like growing up, he was just like, no, dude, fuck ballet, I'm not about that shit, And he's kind of like falling back into it again, and he's afraid that he's gonna kind of get made fun of again, and like people are gonna like shun him because he kind of built like this cool persona in high school, and like, are they gonna stop being friends with me because I like ballet? Like there's a lot going on with it. Good stuff. Beautiful animation. I'm really liking that show a lot. Of course, I got the other slice of life show. I forgot the name. Haruin or some shit like that.
Aharen-san.
Aharen-san, good stuff. Has not failed. Good stuff for the most part. But I know we're gonna talk about it later, in more detail. But there's a, I'm not gonna say which one it is, but there's a clear winner for this season of anime. There's one that's gonna beat the rest, and then I feel there's no way.
There's no, like the number one anime for the season.
Yeah, hands down.
Oh, hands
down. There's one that's beating everyone. There's no way it's gonna lose. And I feel bad for another anime that I really like a lot, because like if this one specific anime was not in this season, this other anime for sure would have won. But that's just how it goes. No, yeah, but I'm like watching at least 5 shows right now. I'm keeping up with them. Some of them are more starting to kind of waver a little bit more than the other ones, but this is definitely going to be a good season for me.
Ooh, okay. Now, Renee, how do you feel about the past week in anime for you?
I mean, this isn't my favorite season. I'm not watching as many shows as Rafa. Sorry. We already said that this is your season to shine. Like, I was already a little skeptical about it. I am just, I think I only had like 5 shows on my list. I've only really watched 2, and that's obviously the shows we're going to talk about, Spy X Family and Shigemori's Not a Cutie. But I'm really, granted we only just got the first couple of episodes out, but I'm really, really liking both of those shows. And I just haven't gotten a chance to like watch the other shows on my list, but I'm also not like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Besides the 2 shows, I'm not really like feeling adventurous right now. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Well, I can say I'm genuinely surprised. I like you. I really thought this was gonna be Rafa's season. But I find myself with 12 anime watching currently.
You're watching 12 shows?
Yeah.
My goodness.
And I am legitimately surprised at how entertained I am this season of how things are going. There's 2 that stand out to me that I had nowhere near my list, but I'm genuinely enjoying a lot. And that is Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Otome Games is Tougher for Mobs. I actually really fucking like that anime a lot. It's probably my favorite non-big anime. I guess this is probably a good way to put it. But I like that one a lot, and I really like Love After World Domination.
Yeah.
I really like it one a lot, and then I'm currently like really hooked on Tomodachi Game. I really liked how the second episode ended, and I'm genuinely intrigued as to how it's gonna progress, because it seems like a very psychological thriller, Squid Game Saw type anime. So we'll see. I'm really giving it the maybe the 5 episodes to see how it's gonna like woo me and kind of keep me attached. But at the same time, I still have 2 animes that I need to check out, which is Birdie Wing Golf Girls Story, which is the golf anime that Rafa told me to check out.
Yeah.
And the first episode of the Summertime Rendering Mystery Shonen Supernatural anime came out, I believe, a few days ago. 4 days as of us recording this. And I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
I saw some crazy like clips and stills of like the episode, and it looked like there was like a girl at gunpoint. It was crazy. I was like, "What the hell am I looking at?" So I'm very intrigued to see like what's gonna go on with that anime. But I mean, yeah, there's like a lot that I'm was not expecting to like this season, and we're kind of just going with the flow of it. So that's cool. But I'm definitely more excited for like the rest of the other seasons for sure. But this one definitely caught me by surprise. I 100% thought I was gonna be in like the maybe 4 to 5 episodes or 4 to 5 shows that I'm gonna be watching, but yeah, definitely not the case.
This
But
the what's it called, the Tamagotchi game? Is that
Tomodachi, yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's all right. Like I feel like I need another episode. I think it takes itself too seriously.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm waiting for this third episode to see like exactly if I'm gonna continue with it.
Yeah, I feel like it's
But
taking itself too seriously. I episode 2 is all right. It's just I don't know. I guess my biggest concern or my biggest like thing that annoys me is that like instead of just following them playing the game, it keeps cutting to those two girls like behind the screens, and they're explaining shit to you. I'm like, you don't need to explain to me. I'm watching it. Like it just that annoys the hell out of me because it's fucking up the flow of the episode.
I would have rather they like showed that there's somebody watching them, but I wish they would kind of made that more mysterious than
Right.
like, they just jump back and forth and be like, oh, it's apparently some experiment that these people are doing.
Yeah, and then like one girl's like, why did he do that? And she's like, well, you see, and it goes on explaining the fucking thing. I'm like, well, this is what's the point? You're ruining your own
Play
show.
mind games with us. Yeah,
you're fucking up your own flow. So I don't know, but
I don't know either.
yeah, but like the games are pretty funny, and they're kind of like over the top and wacky and shit, and like it kind of feels, I don't want to give too much into it, but it feels kind of like cheap, but like Jerry Springer cheap, because like they're friends and shit, and like the drama's starting to build up, and people are starting to reveal secrets about each other and shit like that, and like,
I will say the secret of like the relationship stuff that threw me off. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck? But in the same way, but like in like that, like Jerry, like, you know, type exactly. Shit like that. I was spill the tea, baby, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
I guess to explain a little bit to like the listeners, right? The specific game that they're playing is in the second room, and it's where they, I use so many words there, where they have to like go into like this little like, you know, like the confessional boxes, like in what is it, Survivor and things like that.
Yeah.
Where they have to like write down somebody's name, so they have to write down a secret of one of the other friends, and so it's like if they don't say a secret, then everybody progresses one space because they have to go along like this little snake path. But if they say a secret and it gets voted by a lot of like the viewers for the show, then they move like extra spaces. And it's like if they start spilling tea on each other, and at first it's something very innocent, and then it gets progressively worse and worse because people start to think like, oh, they're gonna like backstab me, because at the end, if you're the first person that reaches the end first, something bad happens. So they start kind of getting all a little crazy with like secrets, and they're like Rafa said, it kind of gets very Jerry-esque at some point. So it's just like, all right, cool. Like that part, when it got to the Jerry part, I was like, I'm intrigued. Okay, keep it going.
Yeah,
and then it ended on a very interesting cliffhanger, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now I kind of want to see how episode 3 goes, and if it gets like kind of bad, then I don't know. I'm probably not gonna continue with it. But I mean, I honestly think it might stick the landing, but I'm still gonna be annoyed that they keep bouncing back and forth between like the overlords and the people playing. I don't think I'm gonna like that. But
yeah, if they didn't have that, I felt like it would have flowed a lot better. You know, we wouldn't be so annoyed by the show and how like stupid it is at the end of the day. Yeah. But yeah, like when it starts getting spicy, it gets spicy, and that's what I enjoy.
Which I'm about. I'll take it. But I mean, yeah, like it's an interesting show, but we'll see. That's kind of like how we've been doing. But this week, right? Like there's been a lot of news that's been coming out. Like these past few days have actually been pretty heavy with like brand new anime getting announced for summer and for later on throughout this year. For example, the first one coming up is the Unwanted Undead Adventure gets an anime adaptation. If you have not watched the trailer, I highly suggest you do. It looks like a very interesting anime. It is going to be a light novel adaptation for anime, and it was announced during the Overlap Bunko 9th anniversary event. It is an anime manga light novel event that happens in Japan, I believe. And the light novel is written by Yu Okano and illustrated by Jayan, I think. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. There's also a web novel of the same name, and it is currently serialized by Overlap's Novels imprint. It looks like a very interesting anime to come. The visuals look really, really incredible, and I mean, if you just look at the pictures that I'm sure Rafa will put up on the screen of them at the dinner table, like it just looks like something that I, for one, am going to be checking out. I'm trying to see where it kind of details what it is. Okay, the plot is Renette Fayana, a 25-year-old adventurer, has been hacking away at monsters for a decade, however, without much talent for the job. Rent finds himself stuck hunting slimes and goblins for meager amounts of coin every day. Little does he know, all this is about to change when he comes across a seemingly undiscovered path in the labyrinth of the moon's reflection. What awaits him at the end of the path, however, is neither treasure nor riches, but a legendary dragon that wastes no time swallowing him whole. Waking up at a short time later, Rent finds himself not quite dead yet, but not very alive either. He is nothing more than a pile of bones, armed with nothing but his trusty sword, tool belt, and ghoulish new looks. Rent sets off on his quest as a newly reborn skeleton to achieve existential evolution. Did I say that word right? Yeah, I did. Hoping to one day return to civilization with a more human form. Will Rent succeed, or will the labyrinth consume him for the rest of his undeath? So yeah, I mean, his art, there's little skeleton himself looks really cool. I'm excited to see, how this plays out. It sounds interesting. And I'll probably have this on my list, especially because I feel like this is a big anime adaptation that I've been seeing kind of trending here and there and stuff like that. So looks cool. Very excited for it. Is this something you guys think you're gonna be checking out?
I'll give it a 3-episode chance or whatever and see how it goes. I'm not the biggest fantasy, I don't say isekai, but it kind of has the isekai feel, the fantasy.
This is definitely not an isekai.
But you know what I'm saying, right? That fantasy isekai thing. Fantasy and isekai attached to each other nowadays. But
yeah, I'll say it's definitely more of a fantasy anime, not really an isekai.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest fan of fantasy anime, and I don't know, just another skull guy in a fantasy realm, Overlord, and or that one from this season. It's just I guess, yeah, he has a cool design though. I like the whole face and yeah, I don't know, sure, I'm not 100% oh yeah, hell yeah, let's get into this shit, hyped as fuck for it, but I'll check it out. I'll see. Nothing. I'm not gonna just shoo it away.
Knock it. Yeah.
Right. Who knows? It might be my new favorite thing.
Might.
Highly doubt it.
But... Yeah, I doubt it, but who knows?
Will you be checking it out, Renee? Is this something that's on your radar?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Say your face says it all. The answer is no.
Well, no, it's to be fair, I'm not gonna be dissing these shows because I haven't seen a lot of fantasy anime, I guess. So I can't really tell if I'm gonna be into it or not. So I probably would definitely just give it a shot because I just don't know too much about the genre, and I don't know. Maybe I'll end up liking this one, but. Kind of like Rafa, it's not it's hard to judge these things from just reading the article and seeing the really quick preview, and it's I don't know, it can go either way. Yeah, I mean, I'm not dying to see it, but I also don't know enough about it, so maybe.
Now, I know one that you watched the trailer for and you were not too excited about is the next one that was announced. It's called Black Summoner, and it is set to premiere in July 2022. Both the trailer and a key visual came out for it during the same event that this last one came out, which is the Overlap Bunko 9th anniversary stream. And so the Bunko Summoner Production Committee was able to release this visual, like I said, and it looks pretty cool. It looks interesting. That if you haven't checked out the trailer, definitely check it out. See if it's something you are interested in. But to kind of read you the plot, it says, waking up in a strange new place with no memory of his past. This is an isekai. Kelvin learns that he's
I can tell. You don't have to tell me.
Bartered away those very memories in exchange for a powerful new ability during his recent transmigration. Heading out into a whole new world as a summoner, with his first follower being the very goddess who brought him over, Kelvin begins his new life as an adventurer and isn't long before he discovers his hidden disposition as a battle junkie. From the Black Knight of the ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage. He revels in the fight against one formidable foe after another. Join this OP adventure in an exhilarating and epic saga as he and his allies carve their way into the annals of history. Yeah, this is something I'm probably gonna watch.
Yeah, you probably are.
just
It has
reading
you
it.
written all over it.
This has me isekai and all written all over it, and I'm all
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's whatever, man. This is something I like to watch. It sounds like it's gonna be action packed. It sounds like there's gonna be a little bit of harem involved. Just looking at the key visuals. And I mean, cute little slime. Like, what more could you ask for?
The only thing I normally would not watch this, but the only thing that I want to check it out for is that this girl has gauntlets, and I think that's cool. I like characters who have gauntlets. Like when they like.
You
fight.
are one interesting individual. You know that.
That's what I like.
But if that's what gets you in, that's what gets you in. I'm not.
Check it out, dude.
I'm not gonna knock it. Hey.
Like side note, like my favorite character in Soul Eater, other than Maka, is the guy who has the gauntlets. Like the super big ass gauntlets. That shit's badass, dude. Like, yeah, you can get stabbed by a sword, but getting hit in the face with like a fucking like giant like glove, this shit's badass, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, Renee was doesn't seem too excited for this one. Is there any reasons why?
Okay, well, I feel like I'm being unfair now. I don't know. This show can be absolutely amazing.
No.
But like the Isekais, or whatever you pronounce it, like,
yeah,
the shows I've watched and given a chance, they were okay, but I haven't been hooked. Like, I haven't come across one that I've absolutely loved. So like, I don't know if I just haven't come across the right show, or if the genre is not something that I'm super stoked for.
I don't know.
Personally, I think the genre is not for you, because if you didn't like Re:Zero, that's like one of the, like, if not the top isekai, then you're not gonna like isekais.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't hate it, but I didn't keep up with that show. Like, it was okay, but like not enough for me to like continue watching it.
Yes, even Rafa liked Re:Zero.
Re:Zero's good. That's really good show.
So that's why I said, like, if you didn't like Re:Zero, then isekai's not for you.
Like, or even, I mean, I know you said you liked it, but like you're not like super into like Konosuba, which would be like the other side of like isekai.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this shit looks kind of generic. Character, not gonna lie. They got the elf.
No. I know. I fully agree. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a pretty generic one.
Like, how many elves with bow and arrows have we seen? You know, like, I
mean, I'm pretty sure there's one this season.
You know,
so,
and
I don't even take offense.
Like, I don't want to start. I don't want to start shitting on it just because it's like this is all we have. But like, why? What is this? What is this? He has like a little sword behind his ear. I don't know. And of course, he has to look like fucking Kirito.
Also true. Not really. No, see, that's just you nitpicking at this point. He does not look like Kirito.
Shout out to this girl. Let's go. Let's go beat somebody up with her gauntlets. Let's go. That's all I care about.
I'm more so excited to meet the knight behind him. But moving on to other anime that was announced this week. We also have the new visual for Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer, as well as some announcement for the cast, and it is going to be premiering in July 2022. So essentially, I think all three of these, but for sure the last two that we talked about, are going to be releasing in summer 2022. Very, very excited for it. The studio still has not been revealed. However, the visual has been revealed. It looks incredible just from the visual itself. But to give you the synopsis, everything about college student Amamiya Yuhi is average. Gray's looks and his blasé outlook on life. Yeah. So what happens when he awakens one day to a talking lizard who informs him that there is a gigantic hammer in outer space poised to split the earth into pieces, and requests his allegiance to fight against the forces of evil? Oh. Pretend it never happened. Unfortunately for Yui, a little bit of coercion in the form of a superpowered princess prevents him from returning to his mediocre life as usual. In the adventure of his lifetime, Yui will join forces with the unpredictable princess and seek out a motley crew of companions to fight back against an evil mage and his horrifying power homunculus before the Biscuit Hammer destroys the planet. Interesting.
Sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy. I mean, the character designs look pretty cool. I like that it's called a motley crew. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be weird personalities amongst all these other individuals that get part of the tag team group or whatever that they end up doing. But I mean, yeah, it sounds super weird, but I feel like this is something that maybe we should give a shot and like check it out as well. I mean, the fact that these last three have been kind of like singled out as anime that people should be keeping an eye out for in the next, upcoming few months. I guess like there probably has a big fan base behind him. I've never heard of this manga and or light novel before, but
Me neither.
looks interesting.
Yeah.
I like the lizard on his shoulder.
Yeah, the little lizard dude. Yeah, he's cool.
He's kind of cute.
I'll check it out. Let's see how it is. I mean, like, it's cool. Got some other stuff coming up in the summer to just like to get our interest. I mean, the one thing I'm looking for in the summer is Devil's a Part-Timer season 2. So
True.
like, I need some more other stuff to get into. So
Okay.
definitely I'll be checking this one out above the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like out of the ones we were just talking about, I think this one might be something that I would like. I'm interested in. Like the story seems very quirky and weird, and the characters just based off this picture, like they look cool. I like the design of them. There's a lot going on, and I definitely want to know what's up. And yeah, I really like the little lizard.
Yeah,
he's super cute.
I think no surprise mine is going to be the isekai, but so I'm gonna still check this one out.
Let's see.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see next season. Right now we're still in the spring, guys. We're still in the spring. But something that I'm incredibly excited for, super happy about, because I never want to get enough. I want more of this always. It was announced quite literally yesterday, the 17th of April, that Haikyuu's manga's 10th anniversary will be receiving a one-shot, and it's debuting on April 25th. We're going to get a 19-page one-shot, which will detail what's going on with Hinata and the others in the year 2022. If you guys, remember the ending of Haikyu, it was very open-ended. We were very excited to see what's to come for them, but that's it. That's all we got. We didn't get more. But now we get a one-shot to see what's going on with them in the year 2022. And I, for one, am very excited because the ending of Haikyu really surprised me, and I was very happy with it. And I'm always itching for more. The 4th season of Haikyu to the Top aired in January 2020, and the 13th episode 13 aired on the 2020 of April. And then it says the second half, consisting of episodes 14 to 25, was originally planned to premiere in July 2020, but was delayed due to the coronavirus. You hate to see it. The second half premiered in October 2020. So we are due for some Haikyu. Yes. And if this is what they want to give us first, I will take it because I am all caught up. I'm ready to read these 19 pages. I wish it was more because some anime get some crazy amount of like pages for one shots, but man, I'm excited. I can't wait. The 25th can't come any sooner. And best believe I'm gonna lightly talk about it when we get back over here because I know Renee hasn't read the manga or she's waiting. So am I, but we're waiting for what's to come for the anime. So
I probably can't watch. I probably can't read.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It would spoil a lot.
No, it would spoil everything.
Oh. Yeah, it would pretty much spoil like the ending. But yeah,
like an epilogue.
I need more, but I don't want to read it.
Yeah, this is definitely an epilogue.
It's an epilogue, pretty much.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I mean, you could read the manga, but I'm telling you, it's good. It's good. But yeah. So for any of you Haikyu fans, if you're as equally as excited I am to read this, if you're fully caught up, it is what it is. We have no definitive date for when season, I guess 5, right? Because it's season 4. Yeah, season 5 is coming out for Haikyu. I hope they announce it for early next year. I kind of really doubt it's coming out this year. But yeah, give me like winter or spring of next year, and I'm big chilling. So yeah, for sure winter, please. But if not, and if you're like very impatient and you just want to know what's going on, feel free to jump into the manga. Just look up where did episode 25 of season 4 end in the manga, and boom, you're there. You're chilling. Just
I might have to
continue from there. It's so good. I love Haikyu.
I know. So it's just me personally, like I would rather watch it on TV than like read it.
The moment where like Hinata gets the bump or the receive, watching that play out like in anime form, God, that was so good. Granted, I still got chills and teared up when I saw that in the manga, but it's just a different beast when you see it animated. And there's some crazy stuff that you're gonna see as well. I know for a fact one specific scene that's coming that we haven't seen yet is gonna make a lot of people cry, and I mean a lot of people cry. And so we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen with it. I can't wait to. Hopefully they announce it soon. Give me winter 2020, but or rather 23. But let's once again stay in the present, stay in the now. Rafa and Renee, it's time to hop into the top 10 anime of the week for week 2. That is April 8th through April 15th, and these are the 2022 results for that. 19,000. Well, we got 4,000 more people this time. Oh. 19,241 people responded to it. You know, I want to think that we had 88 viewers for the last pod, around there, almost 90. 90 of those votes were from us. Love that from you guys. Appreciate it. So we're contributing. And yeah, I mean, let's just start at number 10, which, I mean, to no surprise, right, guys? We have a lot of movement going on because this is the first official week of all the anime essentially being out. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 outliers that need to still come out that are coming out this week as we record this podcast. But, you know, it is what it is. For the most part, they're all out. At number 10, we have The Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Dropping down 4 spots. It was originally number 6 and goes down to number 10. Yeah. I'm watching this anime. It's pretty average. It's essentially a demon lord, was like mega OP in his time, revives himself into, you know, a new body, a new host, and he's like, yo, let me nerf myself, let me cut my power in half. And turns out he didn't think that people in his time, the new time that he's been reborn in, were gonna be weak, and he's still technically OP. So when I found that out, I was kind of a little disappointed, but oh well, whatever. Typical anime like that. When you see that name, you think average. And I mean, hey, it's making sense. I would not be surprised if this bows out of the top 10 spot next week. At number 9, you hate to see it, but you also understand it. Dropping down from 5th place to 9th place, Tomodachi Game. I mean, we've already talked about it. You know, we'll see. Come episode 3, we'll see how it comes out. One that is a surprisingly low entry here. At number 8, Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. And that was for episode 1, which got tons of hype. Tons and tons of hype. If episode 1 didn't get high placement, I'm kind of fearful for next week's. Because episode 2, at least to me, wasn't as hype as episode 1.
Kind of, yeah.
So that's kind of not looking too great for Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. But, I mean, we never know. Regardless of where they place it here, she still is one of the like top 3, top 4 girls who are you know, slated for best girl this season. So whatever. I mean, personally, my pick, Anya, is down number 1, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. At number 7, we have Love After World Domination. Surprising because it's above Shikimori, but I am all about it. This anime is so good.
It's funny.
It's good. It's funny. I like it. It's a good time. And that is, I believe, the first episode, right? Or maybe second episode? It's the first episode. Okay. Yeah, well, yes, it's a new entry, duh. So yeah, it'd be first episode, which means, I mean, we're already on episode 2 this week. So that's dope. At number 6, not surprising, we drop it down from rank 2 to rank 6. 4 spots. You hate to see it. The Rising of the Shield Hero season 2, episode 2 is the one that they ranked for this week. It's starting very low. It's starting at a slow point right now, at least in my opinion. Really hate. I think her name is Rishia. It's one of the characters that's joining the main character's group. Not a big fan of her. Not really looking forward to what this is kind of bringing right now, but we'll see. Normally, Rising the Shield Hero, there's something that kind of happens where it kind of hypes up the show. So maybe it's this week's episode, maybe it's next week's. Who knows? We'll see. At number 5, dropping down from the 1st spot all the way down to the 5th spot, we have The Executioner and Her Way of Life. I believe last week it was already 2 episodes out by that point. So this is technically episode 3 that they are judging, I think, but I mean, hey, dropping down to number 5 is still pretty good considering the other stuff that did come out this week. At number 4, we have one that I'm surprised at, being all the way up here, is your boy comin. That is the weird isekai, dropping from number 3 to number 4, being above The Executioner and Her Way of Life. Very interesting. It's the one where the Chinese general gets dropped into modern Japan and helps this girl become an idol. So that's cool. Not for me, but cool.
It's on a
voted number
Crunchyroll.
4.
It's on a Crunchyroll. I've been looking for this.
Oh, you just looked it up right now?
No, I've been trying to find it. It's on a Crunchyroll. Like,
Oh.
I need to see what streaming service it's on.
What if it's on Amazon Prime?
I don't know. Maybe. I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked into it. I looked into it on Funimation and Crunchyroll. I couldn't find it. So.
Actually, I could tell you. Now, okay, let's see. This is on streams on High Dive.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
High Dive. Okay.
Well, there you go. If you want to check it out, there you go. That's the place to check it out. Now, at number 3, a new entry, we have Data Live 4, one of the hypest anime this season. So no surprise that it's ranking up high. And then above that, we have Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Ultra Romantic at number 2, also a new entry. And, I mean, let's be honest. Are we surprised that this is number 1? Are we even shocked? Spy X Family coming in at a resounding number 1 on the week 2 of top 10 anime of the week. I mean, come on, it's so freaking good. Episode 1 was incredible. Episode 2 had me on the edge of my seat. Oh my goodness, like it was so good. I'm very, very happy with it being at number 1. I'm very surprised at Shikamori being at number 8. But overall, I mean, this list looks crazy. I think for the most part, I'm watching 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 of the 10 on this list. Wow. So that's not bad. Yeah, so not bad. I'm not checking out your boy Kongming. Kind of interested in Data Live, but I haven't watched any of the other Data Lives, and I think I kind of have to watch 4. Right. And then I definitely don't watch Kaguya-sama. So
yeah, I'm watching 4 on this list right now. I do want to check out your boy, this one,
your boy Kongming. Yeah.
And then all the other stuff I'm watching is like below 10, so I'll look down here in this area.
I only got 2. I'm slacking this season.
He's cool. But yeah, I mean, Spy Family, of course, is gonna be number 1. Nothing's gonna beat it. Nothing's gonna beat it.
Is this what you were gonna say? Like, this is the resounding number 1. Yeah, I don't think anything could really happen besides maybe Kaguya-sama. And the only reason I say that is because there's super diehard fans of it, and I think I've seen on like other YouTube channels and other like Twitter anime platforms and things like that, TikTok and stuff like that, where it's like if they kind of dive deeper into their love, because apparently at this point they're a couple. Spoiler warning. But yeah, if they go dive deeper into their love or whatever, then it might cause some ripple effects. But you never know. I mean, it could maybe take the number 1 spot for 1 week, but overall, I think Spy Family is just big chilling as the number 1 anime.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
You never know. You never know. I'm not.
Right now. I'm calling it right now. Spy Family's gonna sweep.
I mean, I hope so. I want it to.
Should.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see for the weeks to come, but. Speaking of the anime that are in the top 10 list, we're going to go into heavy spoiler talk from here on out, guys. If you don't want to hear about Shikamori-san's Not Just a Cutie episode 2 or Spy Family episode 2, then this is your time to kind of skip ahead to the anime swap where Rafa and Renee are going to react to the anime that I gave them, and Rafa's going to give us an anime to watch for next week. Now, with that being said, once again, spoiler warning, you've been warned. Here we go. Let's start off with Shikamori-san's Not Just a Cutie episode 2. Rafa, with your vivid and knowledgeable and incredible big brain, could you please give us a rundown of what happened in the second episode?
Yeah, so episode 2, it starts off with them. They're getting ready for the sports festival, if I remember this correctly. And like they're kind of hyping each other up, like, oh, I can't wait to see. You play, I think it's the girls were playing volleyball, and then the guys were playing soccer, I think. No, baseball. They were playing baseball.
No, it was soccer.
It was soccer. Okay, it was soccer.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, yeah, I'll go watch you play, and the main characters. And I'll go watch you play, and you watch me play, whatever. But then they're like, oh, shit, we're playing at the same time, so I guess we can't, whatever. So then, the main guy, he's clumsy as shit. He has bad luck. He's always getting himself in situations where he's either falling, tripping, or something's gonna hit him in the head, and like she's always there, kind of like to save him or whatever. But like, so then so the sports festival starts or whatever, and the guy gets hurt. It's off the cuff. The main guy, just like not even a minute in, and she takes him to the doctor. And I go to like the nurse at the school, and then she's like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna stick by you. I'm gonna make sure that you're okay." And he's like, "No, like you have to go like play your game. Like it's cool. It's just like I'll be fine here." And then she gets a little saucy with it, like I'm just gonna stay here in bed with you. And I was like, "Ooh, girl, you better, shit, right." And I was like, okay. And then, and I just love that when right afterwards when she walked out of the room, she was all embarrassed and she's like, I can't believe I actually did that. I was just like, best girl. And then, but yeah, then she starts playing volleyball, and like as she gets to like the volleyball court where they're playing like another classroom, this other girl's getting hyped up. Apparently, she's like in the volleyball team or whatever. And they're like, oh, dude, she's like the ace. She's gonna win this game, this and that. Whatever, right? And so then they start playing the game, and whatever, and like the main girl, what was her name again? Shikamori,
yep.
Shikamori. She has like her ponytail like to the side, tries to look cute or whatever, and that's when like the main guy comes back and he's like, "You can do it, like you can beat her, or whatever." And then she like, readjusts her ponytail, right? And she has like that serious face that like sends chills on people's spines and shit. Mm-hmm. And she goes fucking turbo mode. Yeah, exactly. She like clears her face, and then she goes turbo mode. She goes beast mode, and like they have like this like intense game of volleyball. I would dare say even competes against Haikyu type games.
Mm-hmm. Totally got some Haikyu vibes. I was all for it. I was like, yes.
Did not like that one. Did not like that one. I cannot believe you're agreeing right now.
I loved it.
I am incredibly disappointed right now.
A new season. Let me just get some volleyball in this one.
Incredibly disappointed.
I was like, let's have this. Why are we wasting time on Haikyu? Let's have some more of this.
So I'm gonna need you to stop. Nope. No, not it.
but anyways, they're playing the volleyball game, and she's like, then the main girl, she's super cool and whatever, and she's like keeping up with the ace of the volleyball team, and they win the game, and like everybody gets all hyped and shit, and like she becomes like super popular afterwards. Like all the other like students are like, oh, can I get pictures with you? Can I like, can I meet you? Can I shake your hand and shit like that? So like she's getting overwhelmed by like all these other students who are trying to like hang out with her and get to know her. As for the main guy, he's kind of just like sitting on the sidelines, not really able to do anything, and he wants to hang out with her, and he can't because like she's over here engulfed by all these people, right? And so because she's so busy being distracted by all these people, main guy's friend has to kind of pick up the slack and protect him from getting fucking annihilated by like the world or whatever. Yeah. And to the point that where his friend's like, hey bro, like I've been like protecting you all day or whatever. He's all bandaged up, which was really funny visual. He had like bandages all over it. He had like a cast on his arm. He's like, hey dude, like you're on your own. I'm going home.
Walk home by yourself.
Yeah, he's like, figure it out, bro. Like I can't take this shit no more. And that's when his girlfriend runs into him. The main guy's like, hey, like you, like what's your problem? Like why are you leaving me? Like do you have something going on with your friend? That was like such a funny like conclusion that she came up with. And he's like, no, I was just gonna wait for you because I saw you were like so busy with your fans or whatever. So like that was like a really touching thing. They get to like touch bases again after all that craziness that happened after the sports festival or whatever, and kind of like, hey, like they're still very much in love with each other, and like they're just trying not to like overstep their bounds, be like, hey, or be like all jealous about like, hey, nobody talk to you, or nobody talk to them or whatever. They were just kind of like respect each other's like space or whatever. And at the end of the day, they kind of came together and like, yeah, let's walk home together because we're a couple and that's what we do. It was a good episode.
Cute.
Yeah, and
it
was a good episode. I liked it. It was good stuff. I know, Hector, you were complaining like in our message, like on our Messenger, saying like, oh, he's just like another
complaining, huh?
Yes, you were complaining. You were complaining because like, okay, yes, you were complaining because like yeah.
Okay, well, since you're gonna try to say what I'm gonna say
Okay,
what
go
I
ahead.
said.
Say what you said.
I essentially think that this show is super like cringy, and I think it's stupid, and I think it's just not it,
Nah,
man.
dude.
Like it's an anime
Whoa.
where the guy is absolutely useless, and he has to get protected by his girlfriend for every little thing, and it's just like I get it, you know, some people might like that, but man, is this anime just not for me, man. It's to me, it's just, I'll say the word again. It's very stupid because he's giving me mega Takemichi vibes.
That's I don't know where you're getting that from.
He's absolutely useless. He's a fucking crybaby. Like
He's not a
he has to-
crybaby.
He doesn't cry. Does he
Dude, he's
cry?
over here pouting and stuff, and like I don't know, man. It's just so cringy seeing him not be able to do a single thing on his own. Okay,
Dude, what
maybe
do you want him to do? Like balls are just flying at his head. It's not like
Dodge. Dodge
what
it.
if you
Dodge.
had all the bad luck in the world? Like you would feel a certain way
See,
too.
Right.
that's just mega cringe.
like okay,
It's
like
It is just
nah,
not.
dude, nah. You are nitpicking. You're capping. You're out of pocket. Like
It's okay.
Okay.
You do that for certain anime too, so it's my turn.
no,
this go
no, no.
around.
Like
Yes,
Is this a hot
yes,
take?
yes.
Is that what
this
it
is a hot
this
take.
is?
This is a hot
Okay.
take from Hector. Like yeah, he could maybe.
Is it?
He's
It's at
clumsy.
number
Okay, yes.
8.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
at number 8 on the
Okay,
list. Is
he's
it a
clumsy.
nitpick?
Okay, first of all, that was episode 1. This is episode 2. All right. Okay, yes, he's clumsy.
Which was arguably
Okay.
worse.
You know, he's clumsy, sure. We'll give him that. Maybe he could look where he steps sometimes. But man was just literally standing by a window and a boss coming at his head. What do you want him to do?
Okay, that one I get. That one I
Okay,
get. I'm
like-
talking about when he's at like the soccer field and he's playing and the ball's
Not-
coming at him, and
not
then his ass
everybody's
gets
athletic.
distracted. He gets
everybody's
distracted by looking,
athletic.
and you're mid game. Like you're
Okay, he doesn't give a
it's
fuck
common
about.
sense.
He does not
It's
give a
common
fuck.
sense.
He does not care about the
Then
game.
why is he there?
Because it's
Why-
part of the
then-
sports festival. He has to
and-
be
and-
there.
And he does care because he said in the show or in the episode that he wanted to perform well and he wanted to be athletic. So he did care, but his ass got
But
distracted.
he's limited. He's limited what he can do. You know. This
Doesn't
is how it
matter.
is.
He
way-
said he was trying.
Nah, dude, you're first of all, you're overstepping by calling him Takemichi. He's nowhere near Takemichi.
Okay, he's Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend.
No,
Equally
dude,
as
no. You're so fucking out of pocket right now. You're just saying this shit to get me triggered just because I said that thing
And
about
it's
Haikyu.
working.
You said that just because I said that thing about Haikyu. Now you're trying to get me upset. No.
I do actually genuinely think he gives off mega Takemichi.
No,
vibes.
I
He's
don't get
useless.
that at all.
Takemichi's useless, and he's giving me mega useless vibes. That's
No,
all
I
it
mean,
is.
but like Takemichi's like, oh, I can do it, and like this guy, he knows he just has
yeah,
bad
the
luck.
way
Everybody
like,
knows
meh,
it. Everybody knows it. He's
The-
just kind of like, this is just my life, bro. What do you want me to do?
But I'm saying the way you get like icky vibes, or all of us get icky vibes when we think of Takemichi, is the same vibes that get happened.
I don't know about that. You're
I
crazy.
I'm not about it. I'm there for
crazy.
the best friend and Shikamori. That's it.
I like her friends too. The best friend,
Mhm.
and then the short one with the blonde hair.
The blonde hair.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
hilarious. Yeah,
I'm
she's
more so there
hilarious.
for the friends and for Shikamori. The
Yeah.
main character, main guy is just not it for me. I think he's useless and
Aw.
annoying,
No, I don't
and
think
just
so.
no thanks.
I mean,
If he's worse in episode 3, which I 100% think he will be, I'm dropping the show. I cannot stand to watch it.
dude,
Um,
is your
You know what's even funnier? This is aimed at younger girls.
Damn.
This is not a guy show. This is a girl show. And my sister, who is 16, said this show was not it. She said this is cringy and annoying, and she left mid watching. And I'm like,
Hector, is
I
your
can't do that.
is
Fair.
it because your manliness is getting checked right now, dog? Because you can't have a woman save a man for once, dog.
Never
What
said
the
that.
fuck?
I've
That's
watched plenty
the
of anime
man?
do that.
That's the
Yeah, I
vibes
don't know,
I'm
man.
getting. That's the vibes I'm getting.
According to women on Twitch, you got a
That's a pretty
reputation
good
going
well, first of all, that's a
on.
fucking lie. Okay, that's a joke.
Hey, this is a pod, and we're not gonna go
that's
there.
a fucking joke.
I
Yes,
don't
we're
know
not
what's
let.
happening anymore.
Don't worry about that. But I'm just saying, like
Okay.
the second a powerful woman's on screen saving a man's life,
that is
Hector's
rich
all
coming
like,
from you.
this
That
is
rich
cringe.
coming from
This
you.
is cringe. He's a Takemichi.
That is rich coming from you. With your reputation,
No,
I
sir.
don't know. But
No,
anyways,
sir.
moving
No,
on
sir.
to
I liked it.
I also liked it a lot.
I think it's very cute. I already explained it last episode, but I really enjoyed my Dress Up Darling, but I really wanted more of the like relationship. And like now here's a show where they're in the relationship. So I like just seeing that dynamic. It's just very refreshing to me because I don't really watch a lot of these shows. But I think it's cute. It's a good time. It's
yes,
cute.
it is. 100%. And this this definitely has best opening. Nothing else beats this opening.
I agree.
We said it last week. I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Spy Family to have a really good opening, but I really hate the first half, and I like the second half of the intro.
It's a cool opening, but this opening is way better.
Yeah, 100% agree. But since we're talking about Spy Family already, Spy Family episode 2. I know I normally give it a Rafa, but Renee, do you want to try to give us a recap if you remember? And if not, you can just give it a Rafa.
Rafa presents it very well.
There you go, Rafa.
Episode
2 of Spy Family.
Okay, episode 2. It opens up with it opens up with the main guy. I forgot his name. Twilight, Anya, and like they have like the informant guy. They're trying to dress him as a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's all like, do I not pass like as a woman? And I'm just like, yo, this ain't it, dog. And he's like, then why did I volunteer for this shit? It was really funny. A really great way to open up the episode, by the way. Really funny stuff. But then we show them kind of trying to figure out like the whole mom, wife situation. Then it switch over to I forgot her name. It's like Yor or something like that.
Yor.
Yor.
Yeah.
And she's working. I don't remember what's like her office job or whatever. But
she works at like the city hall or something like that.
Okay, yeah, like the city hall, and you see her there, and you see all these other girls kind of gossiping, being like, "Oh, we got this going on, whatever. Like, bring your guy along if you have a guy, because like you bum as fuck, you get no men type shit, just talking, gossiping, spilling the tea." And then she's like, "Oh, sure, I'll bring a guy along, I guess." And then that's when she gets called from her brother. Brother's like, "Hey, just checking in on you. I'm worried about you. Just making sure you're all good and you're good or whatever. Because like, just trying to make sure you're cool, right? And like, there's this party going on, and like, I know a guy that works at the same building you work, and I'm gonna ask him how everything's going with you, whatever, just to check in." And then that's why she kind of like oversteps herself. She's like, "Oh, I do have a boyfriend, and yeah, we're gonna go to the party or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, cool. Then I'm gonna make sure this guy, I forgot his name, he's gonna so you could meet you guys, so you can kind of get an idea of who this guy is or whatever." And she's like, "Ah, fuck, now I gotta find someone for this party." Then it cuts back to Twilight and them, and then that's where they have like all these like files of all the different women who are single, like in the city or whatever, trying to pinpoint who could be like the best candidate for like to be like the fake mom, fake wife type thing, right? And as that's going on, Anya's just being fucking adorable to the whole episode, by the way. Just watching like the spy TV show and shit like that, and just great stuff. So then at the same time, like the Twilight's like, "Hey, we can't have Anya bumming around here and her in the same outfit she was wearing at the orphanage. We gotta go take her to like a tailor." So they take her to a tailor. She's getting measured, whatever. And she's like, "I'm being kidnapped." What was her line? She's like,
she's like, "They're gonna sell me off." And he's like,
yeah.
he's like, "Well, if it doesn't work out, they might." And I'm just like, "Huh?"
He's like, "Where do you get like?" At a certain point, he's like, "Where do you get these ideas from? Like, where do you get these lines from? Like, it's such good stuff." But yeah, so like they're measuring Anya for her like new outfit for school or whatever. And that's when Yer walks in because, by the way, I just skipped over this part. Yer is her actual job is she's an assassin. She's known as the Thorn Princess.
Princess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she just she's like, "Hey, here's your target. Go kill them." And she kind of just shows up like in a very fancy dress and heels and just murders people. And she's now best girl, by the way. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh,
She took it. She took it in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Over Shikamori?
Yeah, dude, she is.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
I love Yor. She's so cool.
She's the best.
She's so cool.
Yeah, she's so
sweet.
She could beat the shit out of anybody. First of all, well, she can kill anybody. First of all, but at the same time, she has like that soft voice, and she's like so worried about the party as she's murdering people and shit like that. Like it's just great stuff. But yeah, she's an assassin or whatever. And as she was killing this one, her target, she ripped her dress. So she goes to the same tailor at the same time as Twilight's there to get her dress fixed. And that's when they see each other. And they're both kind of like in this dilemma where like she has to find a boyfriend for the party, and he has to find a mom for the interview, right? So that they're both kind of like slowly trying to like talking to each other, and that's when Anya kind of like, because she's telepathic pieces together, like, oh shit, she's an assassin, he's a spy. My TV show's coming to life in front of me. I'm gonna make sure this happens, you know. So she starts, she starts in the middle of the story, like, oh, I don't have a mom. Oh, such good shit. It's so good.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was great. And then eventually they kind of come to a deal. You're and Twilight, like, hey, I'll come to the party with you. I'll pretend to be your boyfriend, and you'll pretend to be the mom for Anya for the interview. We'll help each other out. It's gonna go great, right? And then Twilight gets I don't know if it's like a side mission or like additional part to the mission where like he has to go like steal paintings or something shit like that.
Well, yeah. So he kind of explains, he's like that they're the spies have been getting caught left and right like throughout the country. So like they're running out of like agents that they have in the field, so they have to double up on missions. So they said even though he's on the current mission, the big mission that he's on right now, which is infiltrating the school, he's also given this extra one where it's like, hey, there's art in this area that you need to check out, and kind of
steal it
and steal it back from them.
Yeah. And so him and informant, he's like, hey, informant dude, I need your help because there's nobody else to help me out. And the informant's like, dude, I don't do this spy shit. Like, I don't want to do this. He's like, hey, like the payout's really nice. Like, come on, bro. And he's like, and man's all about his money, so he goes and helps him out. They run in and it's at the same time as like the party. First of all, right? Like that's a big dilemma here. Is like, damn, he has to go on this mission, but at the same time the party's happening right now. So he's like, hey, we go in there, take this shit, and get the fuck out of here because I gotta go to this party with this girl. I can't be fucking around tonight. They go in there, it's just, there's gunfire, there's a lot of fighting and shit, and like it's craziness happening. At the same time, Yuri is at the party by herself, and she's just kind of there, and she's like, oh yeah, my boyfriend couldn't, show up, something came up, whatever. And then the woman started talking mad shit about her.
I hate her.
Yeah, she was the worst.
The blonde girl?
Yeah, the blonde girl's the worst.
According to my sister, we're gonna hate her even more as the show goes on.
Oh, really?
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
all my homies hate that blonde lady. I don't know her name. But yeah, she started talking shit. She was trying to spill food on her. Like, she was being a fucking bozo, a fucking loser. And then like at the point, and then Yuri's like, okay, like, well, what am I doing here? This is fucking dumb. I'm leaving. And that's when Twilight runs in, all bloodied and shit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a psychiatrist. I think he said some shit like that. Like,
yep. He said my patients. He's like, yeah, my patients were getting kind of crazy, and it's just like, why do you have blood with patients? Like, what?
yeah. The people were just like, okay, like we're not gonna question that, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't question it. They just believed it. And I'm like,
yeah, they're just like, sure, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
Because like it sounded like he was a doctor, but then later on, it's like he's a psychiatrist. And it's like, wait.
Yeah. And then he kind of fucked it up because he got so he was I'm pretty sure because his adrenaline's pumping, he's not really thinking straight, right? He was just in a fucking gunfight fighting a bunch of dudes. He's like, oh, she's my wife, I'm her husband, kind of fucking up the storylines right there, right? Because that's his storyline, that's not her storyline. And they're like, oh my god, you're married, and like this big old thing comes from him, like, yeah, we're married, whatever, type of shit. But they leave because like the blonde lady's being a fucking cunt, and so they're like, we're out of here, dude. Fuck this. So they're leaving, but no, come on, dude. Like she was being an asshole, right? She was being an asshole. So they're leaving, and they're like in the little Volkswagen, and like the screen, like the windshield's all cracked up. You can tell like the shit went down, and they're getting chased by the same guys that they stole the art from. Right, and then she's like, "What's like? Why are we like? What's happening?" And so like, "Oh, it's my patients. They're still acting up. Like, just don't worry about that shit." Like
she believed
she's
the
just
whole
like,
thing.
sure, like what the fuck
she's
is
like,
happening?
wow, it must be tough being a psychiatrist.
yeah. And they eventually have to like run on foot or whatever, and like they start like fighting. And she's like, "Oh, I know how to defend myself." He's like, yeah, like, and at one point she kicks one dude in the head, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like
helping out with the treatment.
Yeah,
she ends up explaining like she's like, She's like, "Oh, why are you hitting your patients?" He's like, "Oh, it's a new form of treatment. It's like beating them so they can get out of their shit." And then she's like, "Okay," like she just believes the whole thing.
Yeah, but yeah, so they pretty much get away from the bad guys, and then she pretty much proposes the idea to him, like, hey, like, let's actually get married, let's actually like do this and like become a family in a sense. It'll help me out, it'll help you out. It just works out for everyone, and we just kind of continue this charade of being together. And then he's like, okay, then let's go to the city hall and get the paperwork done, like right now. And she's like, right now? He's like, yeah, like no better time than the president, right? And I think that's kind of how the episode ends, right? I think they go off.
Well, he originally grabbed the ring from like all the treasure they picked up, and then later on he finds out that there was a hole at the bottom of his pocket, and so the ring was gone. And instead of that, a pseudo ring he ended up finding was the ring at the end of a grenade.
Yeah.
And so he throws a grenade and turns around, and a big, beautiful explosion in the background, and he puts the grenade pin as a ring for her instead.
Through thick and thin, through health and sickness.
And then they were like, "What? Through our jobs or whatever?" After they said something about their like secret jobs.
Yeah, like to themselves. Like at the end of the day. Like we'll be together forever, like until my mission ends, and until I'm done assassinating people, and then like that's how it ends.
Yeah, and it was really cool. I hope she gets an actual ring at some point. That grenade pin was huge.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
It's more huge. Like the sentimental
value of it,
like the act itself. It was a great episode. I loved it. It was hilarious. It was full of action. Like this is definitely the anime of this season. This show is through each episode is just it's surprising me even more. Like it looked fun when we were looking at the previews and we're looking at the key visuals. I didn't think it would be this good. And I think that's what like is really catching me off guard. Is that how fun this show is? Yeah, there's murder and there's violence or whatever, but like it's still funny and and there's still action. Like I don't feel like they're. I don't say overpowered, but like, yeah, they just kind of feel like they're normal people who just know how to do these type of things, right? Like they know how to be spies or assassinate or whatever. But it's great stuff, man. And like the action's there, the humor's there, and like it's paced at a point where like you don't get bored or it doesn't feel choppy or anything. Like it flows really well with like the storylines and like the scenes or whatever. It's just really, really great stuff. The music's great. The opening's fun. It's a good opening. Yeah. And and Anya's hilarious. She when every single time Anya's on screen, it's her show. Like I'm watching her. I'm not, and everybody's kind of like it's playing second fiddle to her. She's fucking hilarious. She's adorable. I just want to see what goofy shit she says. And like I don't know if you pay attention to what she does, but they have her doing like little things in the background, like little gags in the background, things like that, which is like even like a whole nother level to it. Or you can hear her like mumbling stuff to herself. Well, like there's other dialogue happening. Like it's really good stuff with that. And yours, she's beautiful, and I want her to be I want her to be my wife, and she can assassinate me any day, bro. She's the best. She's the best girl.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I fully agree. 100%. You are the best, the GOAT.
Yeah.
It was such a great episode. I'm absolutely in love with this anime, and I'm so happy we get 25 episodes of this. Like, yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about Spy Family for quite some time. 25 episodes, in fact. So stick around. But Renee, what'd you think? I mean, I know we said we loved it a lot, but I mean, if there's anything else you want to add to it, go for it.
Yeah. So, Spy X Family is definitely one of like the biggest shows right now. It's trending everywhere. Everyone is so hyped about this show. Even before it even came out, I feel like there was so much hype. And like I saw visuals, I was like, oh, like I'll give this show a shot, and it just blew me away. I mean, I watched the first and second episode twice. Like I watched it the first time, and I had to just watch it again. I was just like so into it, and I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. Yeah. You guys said it all. Like these characters are very fun, and when you put them in this world together and they're trying to interact with each other, like it's just a very cool dynamic. Here you have this secret agent, and then you got this assassin, and this little girl who has these superpowers. It's a lot of fun. This episode with she blew me away. I didn't really know much about her character, and she's so sweet, and I really really like her voice. And I found out that the voice actress, the girl from Demon Slayer, the butterfly girl, one of the Hashira, it's the same voice actress as Yor.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And I really liked her voice too. So there's just something about, like, she's so sweet. Her voice is beautiful. She's beautiful. And then on top of that, she's like super badass. Like, I'm so for it. But no, yeah, I only care about the show this season. Like, I don't really care about anything else. Like, just I don't want to read it, but I hate having to wait.
Yeah, I'm in 100% of the same boat. I'm literally was telling my sister, I'm like, damn, dude, because she's hyping it up a lot, and she's already fully caught up, and I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
I'm like, now you're making me really want to read the manga. She's like, it's really good, and I'm like, you need to stop. But
I ain't reading shit. I'm just gonna wait.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna commit and just read it, but I'm excited, man. I mean, I'm one of the people who like reads and really likes watching it animated, so there's that. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
so good.
Well, as you guys can see, we're mega fans of the show. But I mean, there's that. If you guys also enjoy these anime shows and want to tell us about how you feel about what you watched, feel free to let us know in the description down below or tweet at us on Twitter. But now it's time to hear specifically from Rafa and Renee and what they thought on the anime that I gave them last week. So for Anime Swap, whoever wants to start may go right ahead. I honestly forget the name. Oh, Dororo.
Dororo. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, we had to watch the same one? Cool.
Yeah. Dororo. So just really quickly to recap, that is about this kid. He's born, like, he's a baby, and like his dad, like, in a sense, makes a deal with the devil or like with demons, saying like, hey, you guys take whatever the hell you want that's part of my life, just as long as you give me power and wealth, you guys take whatever you guys want. And what they decided to take was I don't remember how much demons were. They're like a good number, a mob, I guess you can say. A good amount of demons showed up, and each demon took a certain body part from his firstborn son. So one of them took a leg, one of them took an eye, one took the nervous system. Like, holy shit, like, so they all took pieces of this kid, his skin. So like the baby was literally born like with no skin, no eyes. Like, I don't know how the fuck he was alive. He should have died, honestly. Like, the little baby should have died.
He was so freaky.
I felt so bad for him.
I felt terrible, but my God, like, I had a hard time looking at him. It was very disturbing. I felt so. I'm like, this is a baby, Renee.
It's a baby, yeah. It reminded me of like Bind of Isaac and that aesthetic. Yeah, yeah, that reminded me of. But like, yeah, so the baby's born, and like it can't even talk. Like, it's just there, And then like the dad's like, oh, this is what the demons took. They took my son. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, get rid of him. We'll have another baby. Like, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Such an ass.
Yeah. So then like the baby gets cast away. They put him on like this little boat, and he goes down the river. Some guy finds him, and the guy's like good with prosthetics or whatever. So he kind of like pretty much builds him a body. And the kid grows up learning how to fight, whatever. And in his journey is to get his body parts back, right? So he's out there fighting demons and stuff like that. And after he kills, once he notices a demon kind of has a part of him, he kills the demon, and he gains whatever part that demon took. So I don't know how old he is when like the story's going now in the 3 episodes, but like he is clearly older. I want to say like maybe in his teens. He has his leg. He has his leg back. He gets his skin back, like when you first meet him. Yeah. So like he's slowly building his body together. He still can't talk. He still can't see or whatever. But that's kind of like the premise of the show right there. There's a little kid that follows him around, and the little kid's just trying to help him out or whatever. The little kid's a a little brat, whatever, but like in a good way.
I like him.
In a good way, he's a little brat, but like in a good way.
I think it was like a master thief or whatever. I think.
Yeah. He's like a little thief. But no, yeah, like, and overall, I saw all 3 episodes. I liked it a lot. It was really good. The whole idea, it really intrigued me. The whole idea of like, these demons took this kid apart, and like he slowly has to build himself back together. I think that's a really, really interesting idea. And watching episode 1, I was like, how did he get to where he is now, right? Because we start the journey off with him already with his leg back. He just got his skin back. Like, how did he get to the point where he's able to walk around and like, kind of, in a sense, defend himself, right? And then the show answered my question like right afterwards. Like episode 2, they showed you immediately like, hey, this is how the kid grew up in a sense, and I really appreciated that because like that's the one thing that was like bothering me in episode 1. Is like, how the fuck did he get from point A to point B? Like he literally had nothing to him, right? Literally didn't have limbs.
He had swords
as arms.
Like arms.
Yeah, like how did he do that? Like he clearly didn't do it himself. Like what the fuck happened there? So like the show explained it to us, which was great. The Mappa is the one that does the animation, right? So it's very fluid. The animation, the fight scenes are intense. They're bloody. They're violent. And the story's great, man. And I just really like these characters. I want to see this kid succeed and get revenge. Get himself back together and go after his dad, who kind of fucked him over. And like, it's not fair. This kid got like the worst fucking deal ever, right? Like he's just a baby. He had no say in this, and literally he's living a life of torture in a sense. He's trying to put himself back together because he has to fight demons just so he could have a chance to be normal. It's really shitty situation he got himself in, but like, or his dad put him in. So you see his journey trying to get himself together. It's great. Like it's the underdog story here. You want to see this kid succeed. You want to see him pull this off, and it's great. And like, and not just him. You also have like his people around him and their stories. Like the guy who put him together. I like his like mini arc that he has. Like because he used to be part of like an army, and he would like nail people to like on like the crucifixes or whatever. Like he was like doing like a bunch of horrible war like crimes and shit like that, to the point that he felt bad, so he stopped doing that, and he kind of like, and he became like a doctor, and he was helping out people and shit like that, people who lost their limbs, and he would like do it for free and help them out and stuff like that. And he had like an apprentice who he helped out, and the apprentice found out about his past, and he got all pissy and shit. That really got annoyed. That annoyed the hell out of me, because like his apprentice got mad and like left him. I'm like, bro, this guy gave you a whole leg. Like, why are you getting fucking mad at him? Like, he's literally, you can tell that he's trying to turn his life around. You can tell that he's not happy about what he's done in the past, and he's doing like medical care for free. He doesn't charge nobody any money, but you want to get mad at him because your dad died in this war that he was part of. Like, fuck off, dude. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Leave then. That shit.
What I'm gathering.
Leave.
Yeah, then leave. I'm like, great, yeah. I'm like, take the fucking leg off and get the hell out of here. How out of here, bro? Get the fuck out. That shit annoyed the hell out of me, bro. I'm like, come on, dude. You're being a fucking dick. Like, this guy's already been through enough. He's suffering. He's trying to redeem himself. Like, you don't have to shit on him like that. Whatever. That's just side thing.
He cried when the boy left. Oh, my heart.
Yeah. I
was so sad. I felt for him.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Like, they're showing you, like, not just the main character, like the other side characters. They have their own like arcs going on at the same time. It's really good stuff. And yeah, man, I want to see this kid succeed. I want to see this guy pull this off. Get himself back together. And then of episode 3, I think he got his nerves back, like his nervous system back. Like
he stepped on the fire.
He stepped on the fire, yeah, because he still doesn't know. He's still adjusting to having his feelings again. Because they killed that lady who was in that bed, who was a demon, and that's how he got a nervous system.
Who looked like Orochimaru's like sister.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
she did though.
Yeah, and like I like how she knew who he was. It's like, oh, you're that kid from all those years ago. Like shit. Like I guess you're still alive. I guess, and like I also like how they, like in that temple, like that demon temple, like there's the statues of the actual demons So once he defeats one of them cracks open.
They split.
Yeah, so it's pretty good stuff. I like what's happening here a lot. Definitely something I'm going to keep on watching. I don't know if we're going to marathon it, but this is something that I for sure, I'm going to keep watching.
It's a good marathon if you do.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched it first, it was a full marathon. Like, I didn't watch it when it was like coming out live, but I watched it. Marathon, it was good. I liked it.
Really, really good stuff. Love it.
Renee, what'd you think?
Yeah, Rafa said a lot of it. I was already like hooked into it like 2 minutes into the show. Like it was very heavy, very dark. You know, it opens up with like his like the mom giving childbirth and like you know when the dad makes the I think his Sir Daigo when he makes the deal with the demons and like you know disfigures the son. Like it was just very heavy, very quickly. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I need to know more. Like, they're saying that they're going to kill this kid. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they really going to kill this baby? And, you know, when the grandmother or the caregiver, like, you know, she's about to put the baby in the water, like, you know, essentially end his life. And then I don't know if he started crying, like, if the baby started crying, like, blood. Like, I don't know what it was, but she's like, oh my gosh, like, you want to live. So she puts him in the boat, and I was like, oh my god, I need to know what happens to this baby. There was just like I wanted to know more. They kind of just, you know, paint this picture in the beginning. You know, you see these characters, you know, you get a vibe of the dad, you know, the baby, the mother. The mother was very attached to her son, and she didn't even have a say so. Like, dad's like, "Yep, you can make me another son." Very dark stuff. And it's messed up, but I like this stuff. I like the twisted things. It just makes it interesting. I don't know. And then, you know, the little boy character Doro, that's his name, I think. Yeah. Doro, he's very fun, and I just like his I want to see more of his relationship with I forgot the guy's name, starts with an H, the main guy, our guy.
Yeah, I've heard his name too.
You know, you know, he cared, like there's that relationship forming. You know, you don't see a lot of it in the first 3 episodes, but you know, they kind of stick together. And you know, the main character, you know, he can't really see, so he kind of just sees like within like your soul, so he can tell, like, you know, if it's a demon, it's red. You know, if you're fine, if you're good, like you're grayed out. So it's interesting how he's able to just see like people's souls and stuff like that. Very, very cool stuff. I would probably marathon it, definitely. The intro's amazing. I absolutely love the intro song and intro sequence.
The party is over. I was like, ooh, let's go.
It's so good. I like the show. I like what they're doing. You know, Rafa said it. They're giving you a little story on like all the characters, and I always appreciate that. Like, I like the character development. I like when they go into these side stories like that, because you just makes it, you become more attached to these people. Like I cried in episode 3 when the guy who makes the prosthetic stuff, you know, he had to say bye to the main character. Like they had to part ways because he was no longer able to help him. He already helped him with his training and such, and I cried. It was just very emotional. And that's only episode 3.
Yeah. When he found the little baby and like the little baby was sucking on his finger.
The crusty baby.
Yeah.
The crusty baby.
That's good stuff.
He's so ugly. I feel for him. But I'm really excited to see like his journey and, you know, kind of gain himself back again. All his like, I wanna, in the intro you kind of see him looking more like a human. Like you see him yelling in the intro, and I'm like, I want to like hear him. I want him to like just get there already. Like, so I don't know. I want to see more. That's where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I
so
mean,
good.
I'm glad you guys liked it. That's it was kind of not necessarily a Hail Mary, but it was one of those where it's like I didn't really know how you guys would feel about it, and I'm actually kind of glad. So that's super dope. Well, this week we have Rafa recommending us an anime. So Rafa, what do you got for us this week?
Could I recommend Arcane? ?
Didn't we talk about this?
I tried it and you guys said no.
Oh, did we?
Did
okay.
say no.
Yeah.
We should have said yes because that show is badass, and I marathoned that.
I told
show.
you to watch it desde cuando.
It's good. It's really good.
So good.
Yeah. Okay. I was having trouble trying to find something for you guys. But I was
if you have something from this season that we haven't watched.
No, I have something picked out. But I was thinking. No, I'm gonna go with my original plan. Have you guys? I know. I was about to call you Risa. I know Renee. I know you haven't seen it. But Hector, have you seen Princess Jellyfish?
Princess Jellyfish?
Yes.
No.
Great. Both of you guys watch that. It's called Princess Jellyfish. It's a slice of life about this nerdy girl who's into jellyfish. And she lives.
Oh god, I already hate the art style.
Oh, no.
Watch it. Watch it.
I mean, we have to.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch it. Okay, you gotta watch it. I love this show. It's just really quickly, the main girl, she's like a nerdy girl. She lives like in this house with a bunch of other nerdy girls, and they all have like their own like quirks and what things they're into. And she runs into like this really beautiful guy who like cross dresses, like as a woman. And she's just so enthralled by his beauty, and then he hires her to like make this dress for her, for him. And I don't want to give away too much of the story, but I like it. I actually own the Blu-ray to this, so.
Oh, well, all right. We'll be checking it out.
So yeah.
So look forward to that reaction next week.
We'll see how it goes. I expect you guys not to like it, but hey man, fuck it. You guys gotta get out your comfort zone. You guys gotta try some weird shit, some more out there.
You can't say I haven't. You can't say I haven't. I've tried it. I just don't like it.
All right, we're done with we're done with isekais. We're done with fucking.
We're not done with isekais. I still got more in the tank.
This week we're done with isekais. We're done with bloody action thrillers where people getting heads chopped off. We're doing slice of life. Okay.
Oh, I see. We're directing stuff at Renee. Got it. Understood.
And isekais.
All right. Yeah, well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, for real. That was episode 46. It was a doozy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check us out and check all the links in the description down below. Because guys, we got a lot of stuff that we want to promote. And speaking of promoting, Renee,
what's up?
You're at bat first.
Okay. Just want to give a quick shout out to Artisan Gamer Shop. It's an Etsy shop that Alex and I had started a couple years. Oh my gosh, it's weird to say a couple years now. But we make art and gaming inspired mugs. We have taken a break, but we still have stuff on our shop. And yeah, hopefully we can start creating new things. But definitely check us out if you haven't. Artisan Gamer Shop. We appreciate it.
Okay, cool. And Rafa.
So we also live stream over there on Twitch. Rafa Bot Gaming for myself, and Ultra_V-Man for Hector, Renegades for Renee. Hector and I are variety streamers who play a bunch of random games that we're into. Renee does art streams. Go check it out, guys, if you guys want to keep hanging out with us after Bento.
Okay, and with that being said, everybody, make sure to check us out on the next week episode. We got a lot to talk about next week, and you're going to want to hear it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.